To help seniors travel more easily, it really does help, and it's not an option. Just prepare ahead of time. You need to make sure that everything is laid out, that you've researched well where you're going, where you're going to stay along the way. If your senior loved one isn't able to get on the computer and stuff, you'll have to help them with this. It's important, though, that they have an understand, or they know what they're doing. Consult a doctor and make sure that it's okay for them to travel. If there's any health issues or concerns, it is really hard for them to be clear across the country away from their doctors if something were to happen. So take that into consideration. Make sure that if they're traveling by plane or by train, that the things that they need to have access to, like medications, inhalers, nitroglycerin tablets, that those are all in a purse or carry-on bag that's easily accessible to them, so that they don't have things that they've packed in their checked-on luggage. Make sure you contact the airports and train stations ahead of time and pre-arrange the wheelchair accommodations for disabilities. And it's better to err on the side of caution and over-prepare. Go ahead and have the wheelchair handy, and just let your folks know that you're going to have a wheelchair handy. I think bringing a friend or sharing the trip with loved ones is a good idea. We already kind of talked about that. Make sure that you do know where you're going, that you have somebody to go with, and if you're on your own or by yourself, make sure you have your location on your cell phone. That's really important. That way your loved one, you'll be able to know where they're at, and if there's an emergency or something, you can find them. Okay, so let's talk about a packing list. I like this. Some extra important things that we need to make sure are packed. Medications and supplements, obviously. Support pillows and cushions. Ambulatory and medical devices, so CPAP machines, walkers, things like that. Hearing aid batteries, that's a big one. Make sure that you do have a list of their doctors, and medical alert information. That's important. You need to know who to call if there's a need to call somebody. And then compression socks. Even if your senior loved one doesn't wear those on a regular basis, they're going to be on a long trip, like a plane, train, or an automobile. You really should have them wear compression socks, at least up to the knees. They have those knee-high compression socks. It's a good idea to wear those when you're on a trip. And then, of course, the ever-important dentures and the denture holders and cleaners. Don't forget those, because that could be a disaster. As far as home care is, I'm just going to share one more thing, a little tip for your home care. Seniors may have difficulty estimating their need for downtime or rest while traveling. Encourage them to make plans that can be flexible so they can enjoy their time away. That's really important. As we age, our bodies kind of slow down. Seniors need some rest time. They need some breaks. They need to be able to relax when they're doing stuff and catch their breath. So when you are organizing outings and whatnot, vacations with your senior loved one, don't make it a just constant flurry of activities, or make it easy for the senior loved one to maybe take a nap while you go do something with the kids. In some way, help them to be able to slow down and not feel like they have to try to keep up with you, because if they don't, you're going to be upset with them. Make it okay for them to enjoy their time, go at a slower speed than maybe everybody else is, and build in those rest times and break times for them.